Well, hi there! It is Train Sim Tuesday. Let's play some Train Sim World 2. See what kind of shenanigans we can get into on Sand Patch Grade tonight. I think the plan is we're just going to run through a couple more of the scenarios tonight. With, I don't remember which ones we did last time. I do believe we did, what did we do? We did the one where you run out to get those cars out of Heinemann and you just tied down in the siding for some reason. And then we shuffled that power around Cumberland. So, I don't know what the next one is. We will find out. Aren't I already signed in to Dovetail Live? Well, I guess we're going to skip that tonight. Do you want to be asked next time you start the game? Sure, I'll sign back in later. I know I was signed in to Dovetail Live. Hey, Diecast. Hey, Landon. Oh, yeah, I saw he went live. Wasn't the title just "We Need to Talk"? What was that about? I didn't get a chance to look at it. I just got home from work, so I don't even know what it was about. Oh, this isn't what we wanted. We don't want to keep going through the journeys. We want to do the scenarios. Alright, so let's go explore scenarios. Fully Fueled is the next one. You're part of the crew in charge of running an intermodal train westward from Cumberland Terminal. So is that all we're doing? We're just going to run an intermodal from Cumberland to... Okay, well that seems a little boring. A unit coal train has just come out of Shaw Loading Facility on the Salisbury branch, and the crew has reported that one of their motors is not developing full power. Take the locomotives over to Salisbury Junction and meet the train in the loop. While the other crew assists the descent, it's time to shine as you lead the train down the grade. So we're just going to Salisbury and help pull the train back up from Shaw. Okay, yeah, let's do this one. This one sounds fun. He's being trolled on NASCAR Heat 5 online every week. Oh, it's about the trolls and cyberbullying. Yeah, that's no bueno. Yes, next live stream is tomorrow, RNN 6 p.m. NASCAR Heat 5. Good job, Dyke. Well, that's the point in the schedule, is to keep everything more organized, and you're supposed to figure out, oh, we're starting at Sand Patch.
A unit coal train came out of Shaw Loading Facility with a traction problem. They want the additional motors we brought up to Sand Patch to help them get the train to Cumberland where the locomotives can be swapped out.
Okay, so we're going to go Sand Patch, pull the train out of Shaw, and then go back to Cumberland. Okay.
Reporting is X570. We'll take the locomotives over to Salisbury Junction and couple up to B251. Let's climb aboard.
B251. Is that just like a random mind shifter symbol? That's an interesting symbol. Alright, let's roll. Set the reverser to backward. Oh, wait a minute, that's not what I wanted. Oh, to head out the crossovers. That's right, because this stub end's down there.
X570, requesting a track warrant from Sand Patch to Salisbury Junction. Over.
X570.
X570, subject to signal indications, proceeding from Sandpatch to Salisbury. Out.
Okay, so we gotta set that to freight. Nope, leader dead. That's what we wanted. Alright, set that to freight. Okay. Alright. Let's get a rockin' and a rollin'. I set the cutout valve to freight. What? Oh, generator field. Wait, hang on. I'm so confused right now. Does this not stub in down here? Am I wrong? This does stub in. Then why are we going that direction if I... Why did it tell me to go... This stupid thing. Am I crazy? That literally said set the reverser to reverse or backward or whatever it said. Okay, now... Wait, nope, this still isn't right. Is it? Wait, now wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Was I on forward? I don't even know what's going on right now. It's been a long day. I'm an idiot. Discussion video goes live at noon tomorrow on RNN. I have it done. I have the thumbnail done. I got that done at work today, so that will be noon Eastern tomorrow. I hate seeing an upset Michael Marutz. Is he that upset? I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but yeah, that sucks. Marutz is funny, but I don't understand why people hate him. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, he seems like a cool guy. Outside of the personality that he puts up on screen, he just seems like a cool guy. Like, he seems like somebody I'd really like to know. Now we need Robert and Rasslin. I'm sure they'll show up eventually. Tipsy or Drunk Garth is not happening tonight. Oh, we must be going uphill. We're losing speed. Crank her up. Grip it and rip it. Alright, come on. Oh, actually, we're going to need to go back... Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to need to go past the other side of the signal, aren't we? So we're going to need to clear out... This is all CPs. Why didn't they just put me in the helper pocket there? Well, I guess there's not necessarily enough room in the helper pocket. You could have given me a light out the other end, and then I wouldn't have had to back down as far. I'd have just had to go to the signal right here, instead of go all the way back here to the other end of these long-ass crossovers. Seems like this could have been done in a much better way. Hey, Robert. Oh, well, that's good, Diecast. It's good to hear. I don't either now that I got out of Walmart. Quinn Half will drive for RNN Motorsports. I didn't make this decision. Who made that call? I'll bet a fire whoever made that decision. Dude, Quinn Half wasn't even good in ARCA. And then somehow, after making like 5 ARCA starts, jumped straight from ARCA to the Cup Series. Just skipped everything in between and went to the Cup Series. And everybody wonders why he's been such an idiot on track. Because he barely even had any ARCA starts and didn't even do any good in those. Perfect. Living it clear, sand patch. 2-1 west. CSX 2795 X. What were we? X570. I don't remember what we are. West out. Stop at location Yoder, just beyond Salisbury Junction. Aye, aye, virtual conductor. I would want Jesse Love in the car, too. Oh, I forgot to release the brakes. That would be a smart thing to do. I would like Jesse Love in the car. Give him a little more experience, and, dude, Jesse Love's going to be good. What is track speed right now? Because that notch is not on 20. Is track speed actually 19? Oh, well, it jumped back up anyway, so I'm not going to find out. No, I think it's just putting it at the bottom of the notch. I think it actually was 20. Summit of the Alleghenies, altitude 2,258. So we're at the very top of the Allegheny Mountains right here. For Landon Motorsports. Quinn Half will drive. Nope, we already said he's not going to. Reed Sorensen. Yeah, there you go. You made that decision. Don't you remember, Landon? I don't think it's that far over to Salisbury, is it? Nah, it's right over there. So, are we sticking these on the head end of this train? Are we literally going to run back to Cumberland with a loaded coal train with Jeep 38s in charge? That's going to be interesting. Okay, well we're sliding downhill awful fast here. We got to wrangle this back in. Why did I just get 0 AP for driving significantly over the speed limit when I was actually doing the speed limit when that popped up? Wait, what did I... Oh, that's the wipers. Sure, it's... Now how do I turn those back off? Ah, there we go. Shift and V. Interesting. Garth Allen and Landon will file a lawsuit. Oh, okay. Well, look at that. Drinks beer quietly. Approach! 213.5 X 570 CSX 2795 west out. I'm still not 100% sure that's the symbol he said we were. I remember the coal train was B251 because that was such a weird symbol that I didn't believe that was actually a real symbol. I don't know. We're X570, X750, something like that. I don't remember. Hopefully he talks again and uses our symbol. Landon hires Bobby Hill as junior. There you go. Riley Herbst will drive for NASCAR Diecast F1 racing team in Formula One. Diecast files a lawsuit against George Russell for hiring Herbst. Okay. Should probably let off the brakes. Welcome to Myersdale. We can coast the rest of the way anyway. We're going downhill. It'll pick up speed. I'll take over the 18 JGR Xfinity ride then. There you go. Briscoe's throwback looks cool. What is it? I haven't seen it. Oh, okay. Pretty sexy. And my custom season started. In my custom season starting at Dover, I start 8th in the 24. Read my last comment about Gregson, Elliott, and Bobby Hillis Jr. I have hired Noah Gregson, Chase Elliott, and Bobby Hillis Jr. 2011 Mobile One Championships throwback scheme. Nice. Oh, they completely got rid of Bobby Carter? I saw that they added BJ and Josh Bilicki. I didn't realize they actually got rid of Bobby Carter. And they added, who'd they add to Xfinity? They added a couple there, too. Which I think actually makes that a full field, because I think they only had 36 in Xfinity. Bobby Carter's a disgrace. Didn't Bobby Carter finish top 10 in one of my career races? Or maybe that was in the 2003 season. I swear Bobby Carter actually had a good run at one point. And we are back to too fast. That didn't take long. Qualifying complete. My custom season starting at Dover. Josh Bilicki starts second. Nice. They made him and BJ OP since they added him in. This is going to be a partial night run, too, isn't it? I don't think we're going to be able to get back to Cumberland before it gets dark. So this will be interesting. We haven't seen Sand Patch after dark yet. I have a feeling there's really nothing to see, but we'll find out. Bobby Carter was the reason the silly season news and the fake news went bankrupt. Oh, okay. Still got a mile to get to Yoder. Isn't Yoder an Amish thing? I can't think of exactly what it is, but I feel like that's something Amish related. Maybe it's like, is it an Amish name? Now I gotta look this up. Yoder is a surname that originated from the canton of Bern in Switzerland. Is the shortened version of the name Theodorus. How does Theodorus become Yoder? What? The surname Yoder is an anglicized spelling of the Swiss last name Joder. Or I guess probably pronounced Yoder. Yoder in turn is a shortened version of Theodorus. Saint Yoder is a patron saint of Valais, probably the first bishop of Octodorum. The more you know. Oh, they actually pulled the train out. I see what's happening. So we're not actually going down to the mine. That's kind of disappointing. I wanted to actually run down the branch to Shaw. I need more sponsorship. Yeah, you're right there. Wait, is there no power on there at all? We're literally taking a loaded coal train with 2 Jeep 38s. Okay. There's no power on there. Okay. Or is it on the other end? Is it going to be my DPUs? My DPUs? There's nothing on this end. There's something coming up in the siding. The hell is this? There is power on the other end. What is actually happening right now? Are they going to run something around us in the siding? Technically they could with where that switch point is. What is happening? Oh, they added Ryan Vargas to Xfinity. Okay. Well, there's somebody else. There was 2 people they added to Xfinity. This scam of a sponsor. I forgot about that. Yeah, there's something coming up through the siding. Is that an SD40 I see? I like me some SD40s, especially in YN2. It's still rolling. It's either an ethanol or an oil train. Oh, the frame drops. those cars just empty? Did that coal just magically poof in there? Set the reverser to neutral. Handle off. Oh! We hit emergency for a second. Cut out. Put this back to trail 6. Turn all these off. Oh. Set the headlights to be controlled by another unit. Oh. Set the radio fuse to off. Well, this is going to be interesting. I'm not dealing with that walkway. Whoa, where'd you come from? Okay. At least 30%. Okay. Raise the brake pipe pressure above 79 psi. Hope Kraus gets into Heat 5. Me too, but at this rate, I'm not expecting it. Got framed. Nice. 2017 season. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Jeffrey Earnhardt. No, it's Ryan Preece. He starts second. I can't see the discussion video until after I get done with work. I don't know why Blicky's so OP. Maybe you're not giving him enough credit.
This is B251, requesting a track warrant from Salisbury Junction to Cumberland. Over.
This isn't a track warrant. This is CTC's territory.
B251, await passage of an eastbound train.
He already went by.
Signal indications. Proceed from Salisbury Junction to Sandpatch. Over.
B251, subject to signal indications, proceeding from Salisbury Junction as far as Sandpatch. Out.
The eastbound literally already went by. We don't have a signal, though. Why are you telling me to apply throttle? I don't have a signal. What do you want me to do here? time Tommy Baldwin Racing was close to winning a race was the 2012 Daytona 500. Yep. Guys like Landon Castle and Austin Terrio deserve good rides. You are exactly right. Are we waiting on another eastbound? I don't think so. If we are, they're way back here. Nope, there's nothing all the way back to Rockwood. So, we're not waiting on anything else. What are we doing? See, and the problem is this is a CP, so you can't pass it unless it gives you something better. Blicky is the new Todd Bodine. I don't know about that. Did Terrio move up to trucks in 2018 after winning the ARCA title in 2017? It's a good question. He just kind of disappeared off the face of the map other than running for a few back markers after that. I don't know what the deal there was. Probably didn't have any money would be my guess. Oh, and they put SD40s on the rear. This is going to be interesting. I'm thinking the scenario is bugged. Oh, there it is. I don't know why it took that long, but grip it and rip it, baby. The reverser handle in notification is stuck on the screen. Alright, my car is tight right now. It's only lap 6 of stage 1. Loosen it up. Surprised the truck team never gave him money and a chance. There's too many truck teams at this point that are like Hattori. They need somebody with a sponsor. Okay, maybe not grip it and rip it that much because we're getting a lot of wheel slip. I think that fixed our issue. I'm gonna be honest. The scenarios are very uncreative in this game. Like, I feel like they could have done so much more with this scenario. And they didn't. Like, all it is, jump on some powered sand patch, run over to Yoder, take a coal train back to Cumberland. How is that much different than one of these timetable jobs? I feel like you could have done so much more with these scenarios, and they're just not. And as much as I would not scoff at this, and I would be very happy to see 2 Jeep 38s leading a coal train across Sand Patch with 2 SD40s as the DPUs on the rear, that's just not realistic. There's not an AC 4400 to be seen on this train. There's no GEVOs, there's no Dash 8s, and as much as I would not like to see those in real life, given that I'm running what's supposed to be a simulator right now, you would think it would be simulating the real thing a little better. I mean, I guess they say there's a prototype for everything, but I don't know. In 2020, I have a hard time believing you'd see a coal train set up like this across Sandpatch. Even if they were in a pinch. Teams need to give Michael Self a chance in Trucks or Xfinity. You are exactly right. Unfortunately, it is probably not going to happen. Hey, westbound auto rack. Just jiggling the stick. I'm surprised the camera can't go through that. Hey, look at that. That's cool. We still have the EOT on the head end too. What the fuck is that? Michael Self to Hattori? I don't think he's got enough money for that. I don't think Sinclair would pony up enough money for that. He had a hell of a time just getting Sinclair back this year, and they're not even sponsoring the full season. I think there's 2 races where they weren't supposed to sponsor. Now, granted, I haven't seen those 2 races yet, so given that we're only at 17 races on the season right now, they may end up sponsoring everything just because we're down a couple of races. But I really doubt he could get Sinclair to pony up enough money to where he could actually run a full season with Hattori. Would I like to see it? Hell yeah, I'd like to see it. It's probably not going to happen, though, unfortunately. Oh, that's so cool. Look at this angle. That's awesome. Why are we stopping at Sandpatch? I just realized that we're not going via Sandpatch, we're stopping at Sandpatch. Are we not even going to take the train all the way to Cumberland? Are we only going to take it to Sandpatch? This is supposed to be a 2-hour scenario. We have to take it to Cumberland. There's no way this is going to take 2 hours if we just take it back to Sandpatch. This angle's really cool, whether there's a train on the other track or not. I like this a lot. Oh, we ran into the signal. That ruined our angle. Oh, now it's back. Wait, where are we? What was that switch? Wait, what? Oh, when did we pass Shaw? Wait, Yoder was all the way up here. When did we pass Shaw? I didn't even realize that. Okay. Hattori is a stupid punk. Hill's a good driver, but Hattori is toxic. The problem is, the Truck Series kind of needs Hattori at this point. Because without Hattori, KBM is your only Toyota team. Isn't it? Or am I forgetting one? No. Friesen's a Toyota now. But that's a KBM truck now. It's just not officially labeled a KBM truck. Just like he was a GMS truck before now, he just wasn't officially labeled a GMS truck. We are throttled out and making 23 mile an hour up the hill. Who thought this was a good idea to put 2 Jeep 38s on the head end, 2 SD40s on the rear end, and they were just like, yep, that can handle the mountain. Oh yeah, BMR. I forget about them since that truck didn't exist full-time before this year. I'm hoping Kraus wins a race soon. I need an excuse to talk to him. I haven't talked to him in a while. He and I always had some fun conversations. Apparently the eNASCAR Coca-Cola series is on right now from Daytona. Well, that could be interesting. Grind this baby uphill. Nope, we got more crossings. No, you want to talk about toxic? I'll tell you what's toxic. Walmart. Stay away from Walmarts. I'm thinking Tory's toxic. I won't even shop there now. I have never honestly worked somewhere where I felt more unliked, unwanted, and disrespected. Both by customers, by co-workers, by management, just everything all around. It was the most miserable place I've ever been in my life. We are making a solid 22 mile an hour up the hill. We are rocking out with these babies. Oh yes, look at that late evening glint. That is beautiful. Literally everybody at Walmart was disrespecting me. Customers, co-workers, management. It was literally every single person. I could count on one hand the people that were not disrespectful. Toyota's handling of their young drivers is toxic. Yeah, that's true. In what way? It's hard to describe. It's just one of those things where, well, it wraps back into the whole being unliked and unwanted thing. Like, if it's not a customer being rude and disrespectful, it's management not knowing what to do and being rude, and or you just get the lowest of the low when it comes to coworkers. Now that's not every coworker, but it was most of them. If we're being honest. Yes, Twitter is very toxic. Walmart was so bad. That's the only time I've ever had a legit mental breakdown. Like, it was so bad one night. I literally went behind service desk and cried. Like, it was that bad. And somehow, for some reason, I stayed at that place for over a year. I don't know why I did. I really don't. Natalie full-time to Hattori in 2021. She does bring in her own money. We can see what she can do. I fully support that. I would love to see that. I've been timed out 3 times this year. Has that all been on this channel? I feel like I remember at least twice you've been timed out on this channel. Approach 217.5 B 251 CSX 2809 East on 2 out. Alright, so we're going to stop at Sandpatch in 2 miles. I'm not really sure what the point in that is, unless we're dropping the DPUs off. Tremendation, Blockbeard, and the Battle Royale Gamer have tied me out. Why? I didn't even realize Brock Beard did live streams. Plus, Hattori can use their Ison group sponsor if she can't fund the whole season. That's true. Because Ison probably does, what, 10 races a year? Maybe it's not that many, but they do a decent amount. So you wouldn't need the full season. And then you've got probably 2, 3, 4 races on top of that for random Toyota dealerships that they pull in. We're still losing speed, but, I mean, we have to stop in less than 2 miles, so it's not a huge deal at this point. Welcome back, Landon. Tremendation for saying too much, I guess. We are down to 18 mile an hour. This hill's got this thing almost down on its knees at this point. Just making sure I had all the brakes off. Car's now loose. I'm using the outside, driving to the inside off, and build a big run off. Truck series by far is the most competitive series. That's probably true. Brock Beard for no reason. All I did was reply to someone. All I said was correct. Huh. Brock Beard seems like an interesting person. I've never actually met him, but he seems interesting, let's say. Natalie was on Hattori. Hattori would be my favorite team. Car was tight to start off, now it's loose. Loosey goosey. Party for Dover for Cup. Huh. I love how everybody's doing watch parties now. Not to toot my own horn, but I feel like I started that trend. Because was anybody really doing watch parties before I did the one for North Wilkesboro? I feel like they weren't. Or if they were, I hadn't noticed them anywhere. Well, that's true. I did do that, didn't I? His videos suck. I hadn't even ever heard of him. What does he do besides NASCAR watch parties? Oh, plays Roblox. Seems strange if you have a Roblox channel to randomly be doing watch parties for NASCAR. Doesn't seem like it fits with the content. My car is getting better. Well, the thing is, since we're barely making 18 mile an hour in Notch 8, to be honest, I probably don't even need to let out the throttle till we're like 300 or 400 yards away. Because this thing will set down on itself really quick on this grade. Do NBA, NASCAR, NFL, college basketball, college football. Well, you didn't ask me, but my vote would be no, don't hit Joey. If we're cutting the DPUs off here, I have some serious questions. Because this thing can barely handle itself uphill. How the hell is this thing going to handle itself downhill without somebody pulling on the rear? Wait, we have a signal. Why are we stopping? We are going to cut off the helpers, aren't we?
This is B251 requesting a track warrant from Sandpatch to Cumberland.
Didn't we already get one from Yoder to Cumberland? Why are we getting one again? Why are we getting track warrants in the first place?
51, subject to signal indications, proceed from Sandpatch to Cumberland. Over.
That's literally what the signals are for. This is CTC territory.
Indications proceeding from Sandpatch to Cumberland. Out.
Jesus Christ, there was no reason to stop there. Stop at Viaduct Junction? Where's Viaduct Junction? Come on. You can do it, baby! Come on! Why did you make me stop here? I had a signal. There was no reason for that when this isn't track warrant territory. I'm not that qualified of an engineer. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Did I get it? Are we done with the wheel slip? Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. This is literally the dumbest. Why? Why is this a thing? We are never going to get moving again. Because I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying different mixes of throttle and brake, trying to get this thing rolling on the grade. This is so stupid. I guess needs to get away from Toyota before going to Xfinity. I don't see that happening. Not yet. Todd Gilliland found out the hard way what happens when you don't perform at KBM. That's true. Come on. Sand, maybe? I don't know that sand really works unless it's raining or snowy, but, well, it seems to be doing something. Whoever at Dovetail came up with this particular scenario and this particular piece of things to do in this scenario, I want to slap them. This is literally the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Not the fact of getting restarted on a hill. That's a thing. That's fine. There was no reason to stop on the hill, though. We barely had momentum as it was, and now you're making me grind from a halt on a grade. For no reason. This isn't track warrant territory. There was no reason to call the dispatcher and ask for a track warrant when I had a signal in the first place. Come on. This is not working. I really don't know what I can do differently here. We're going to burn out the traction motors on this thing. Come on. You can do it! The little engine that could. Can you actually see the sand coming out? That's what I want to know. Oh, was the independent brake what I needed? Seem maybe? See, we move for just a moment, and then it stalls out again and starts wheel slipping. Oh, I think we finally got it. Come on, baby, come on! Oh, we're wheel slipping again. Come on! Back her down, back her down! Come on, come on! You can do it! You can do it! Come on! Come on! Oh, oh, oh! Problems. Yeah, I think we can let off the brake now that we're... Nope, nope, nope. We're still wheel slipping. Come on. I want to know who created this scenario and why they thought it was necessary to stop me here. This is supposed to be a simulator that was not realistic. Not in any way. We're still wheel slipping a little bit. It's bouncing between 3.8 and 4.5, which tells me it's still wheel slipping. See, we're still getting wheel slip. We can't go above notch 6 or it's gonna... It makes me wheel slip. Welcome back, Diecast. Why did I pick this scenario? I really don't know. See, we've just got a few more feet to go, and then we crest the hill. It's literally that white sign over there on the left. That's literally the summit of the mountain, and then it starts back downhill. We've just got to get to that point. Okay, we have officially crested, or at least passed the sign. It still says we're going uphill. We're not wheel slipping in notch 7 anymore. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, we're wheel slipping a little bit. I think we're okay, though. Would you rather buy the best F1 team or buy KFC? Is that really a question? F1 team every day. Would you rather live in Kmart or live in Target? Target. Target's very bougie. Target's bougie enough that it would be okay to live in for a while. Ah, yes. Here we go. Okay. Now I'm going to set up for a picture up here. The other side of Sandpatch Tunnel. Wherever the other side of the tunnel is. It's a pretty long tunnel. Oh, here we go. Oh, man, we're way up here. They really cut through the mountain. Wait, why can't I get over there? Oh, I can't free cam it when I'm in the tunnel? That's bullshit. How am I supposed to take a picture of my train coming out of the tunnel? Alright, now we're downhill. Now this is going to be interesting, trying to keep this thing under control as it wants to run away downhill. As we saw the one time we dealt with this going downhill, it was quite the challenge that day, and we're woefully unprepared with the power that we have for this train. So this is going to get real interesting real quick. Okay, we got the dynamic brakes on. Probably going to need those for a while. Apparently the dynamics are all we need. The dynamics are doing their job beautifully. Where'd the handle go? Did I not turn the cab lights on? Not that I need them anymore at this point. Oh, hello! Another coal train! Can't go to another cam because apparently it still thinks I'm in the tunnel. Here, hang on. We're gonna... I want to know what the keyboard control for for the dynamic brake is. Comma and period. Okay, well that makes sense. All the other brakes are over there. I'm guessing the whole train has to be out of the tunnel before I can change the camera view. Yes, you can wreck in this game. I'm not sure exactly how, to be honest. Because I'm pretty sure the only way you can do it is running through a switch that's not lined for you. I think that's the only way you can derail in this game. When is Larry's 14th child born? Well, we might have a baby shower for that on Sunday. On the next Big Rig Sunday. We are literally full dynamics, full service brakes, just trying to keep this thing under control down the grade. This is ridiculous. Whoever thought this power assignment was a good idea needs to be slapped. Okay, so we've got it. Got the speed back under control. We can take the automatic brake off now and see if the dynamic can just do the job now. We're back to 1.7%. So we're probably going to have to go full service. Oh, it's starting to come back down. We may not need the service. Really trying to keep this train under control since we didn't keep the other one under control. And I feel like this one's going to be a lot harder to keep under control. We got this baby pretty well under control at this point. I just gotta keep my eye on the speed so we don't start doing 60 and a 30 again. Like we did when we were... What were we running? Q276, I think? Yeah, because it was an auto rack. Yeah, it was 276. Do you think Todd Gilliland will ever move up to Xfinity, or will it just be in the trucks for his whole career? Well... I feel like the only way he moves up is to be McDowell's replacement when and if McDowell leaves FRM. At this point, I think that's the only way he moves up beyond the Truck Series. Unless he just goes with some backmarker team. Because I just don't see him ending up with a top tier team at this point. Yeah, he did. The way he handled winning at Martinsville, the thing that he said on the radio about Kyle, while I thought that was hilarious and to some extent deserved, if I was an owner, I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole after that. I'm honestly surprised Kyle didn't just fire him right then and there and just find somebody else to run the last couple races in the 4 truck. Oh, we're down to 25 now. Oof. I think Byron will be kicked out of the 24 in 2022 for Gregson. If he doesn't start performing better, maybe. But I would be surprised. But whoa! What is happening? We're in Wheel Slip Central right now. And I don't know how fast we're moving because we're just wheel slipping. Oh, I guess the box up here tells me. Well, that's interesting. Huh. Why are we wheel slipping? Because these things can't hold this coal train and this was not a good idea, and whoever at Dovetail thought this was a good idea is a fucking idiot. Joe Gibbs, you can stay in your... No, it was Kyle. He told Kyle... Tori, you can stay your fucking motorhome. Yes. You've got just a vendetta against a Tori. I like how the HUD speedometer just isn't telling me anything at this point. As far as it's concerned, I'm stopped. I've got to use the box up here. The real speedometer in the engine to know how fast I'm going because the HUD is like broken. I don't know if I'm actually wheel slipping right now or not. But again, whoever thought Jeep 38s were a good idea on this train with SD40s on the rear really needs to rethink their priorities here and what they're trying to do in making something challenging. Oh, it'd be funny. Oh, I got you. I got you. You know the funny part? Hang on. I want to see what it says the next time it brings up AP points. Because if it thinks I'm only doing 7.4 mile an hour because of the wheel slip, I may be able to get by with flying down this mountain. Oh, nope, driving over speed limit. Nope, it knows how fast I'm going. I thought maybe I was going to get away with it thinking the speed on the HUD was the speed I was actually going, and I could fly down the mountain and still get AP points because it thought I was under the speed limit. I wonder if Gilliland would be in a different place if he didn't say that of Martinsville. Probably not, to be honest. I think he had already sealed his fate for the most part. He might have more options going forward if he hadn't said that. But I think he still would have ended up in a front row / DGR Crosley truck this year. Which, let's be real, who are we kidding? That is a DGR Crosley truck. It just has Front Row Motorsports branding on it. My guess is Todd said, I don't want people to call me a silver spoon and say I'm driving for Daddy's team. So let's get Front Row to slap their name on this and make it look like it's not Daddy's team when it still is. I think Hemrick should drop down to trucks to get wins. He might get a win in Xfinity, but chances are he will not. Yeah, Hemrick is a strange case. Because when he doesn't get wrecked out of a race, he is consistently top 5, top 10 almost every single race in that 8 car. But he's never there contending for the win. He's just backside of the top. He's about 4th to 10th every race. He's never somebody that's legit contending for a win. Which is really weird when you run that well. I really don't know what to think about Daniel Hemrick. The thing is, he never won any races in trucks either, so I don't know if moving him down to trucks would do anything. It is Daddy's team. Well, I don't think a lot of people can handle Kyle Busch as an owner. From what Christian told me, Kyle's a very demanding owner, but he's not that bad to work with, as long as you're willing to listen and put in the effort. If he can see you're putting in effort and doing your best every time out on the track, then he's not going to be that harsh with you. So I'm wondering if Todd was slacking off a little bit, or if he came off like he was slacking off a little bit. I could see Todd having the personality to where it looks like he's slacking off when he's really not. Except Jones, Byron, and Bell. Yeah, it's true. Well, they might have still thought he was a very demanding owner. They were just successful. Wasn't there somebody else besides Byron that was in those trucks that ended up somewhere else? Bubba. Bubba got some wins in those trucks. literally just sliding down the mountain. That's literally all we're doing right now. We are as much brakes as possible without having the emergency brakes on. And we're just... The coal train is just pushing us down the hill. And we're holding it back from going too fast. That's all that's happening right now. We are not really in control of this train at all. Frames are a little iffy right now. See, here's the problem. I have to stay in the cab because I have to know how fast we're going, since the speedometer on the HUD is not working while we're in sliding mode. So it's not as interesting of a view, but I kind of have to know when to hit the brake and when to let off the brake. When Austin Hill goes to Xfinity, I think Jesse Love should go to a Tory. Nah. Jesse Love will either end up at the 19 after Kraus moves up, or he'll end up in a KBM truck. Or he will end up out of Toyota as a whole and just end up somewhere else. I don't see him going to a Tory. I know Kyle called out Gilliland multiple times for being slow. He did. Gilliland and Burton. He called them both out, said neither one of them was performing where he thought they should be. He did have a point. Both of them, yeah, both of them were very disappointing. I'm glad to see Burton actually figuring things out now. Burton's first year. Kyle should have given Burton some slack. Yeah, he should have. But at the same time, I mean, you look at those names you listed off above, Jones, Byron, Bell, Bubba. They were all pretty successful right out of the gate in KBM equipment, so while I do think Kyle was being pretty harsh, I don't know that it was out of what's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't necessarily wrong that he expected so much out of Burton so quickly. Oh, we can get back up to 30 momentarily. Honestly, I'm good keeping it at 21 right now because I feel like we're going to hit another downhill where the dynamics aren't going to work very well. So we'll slide back to 30 eventually. Yeah, there you go. Out of line. I don't think that's what I was looking for, but that works. I had it. I had the word, and then my brain just went completely dead. Oh, I saw the coolest looking Mustang today. Pearl white with blue racing stripes down the middle. So cool. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but a Mustang Shelby GT is like my affordable dream car. My unrealistic dream car is a Nissan GTR. I don't know that I'm ever going to have the money for that, but I think eventually I could have the money to get a Shelby Mustang GT. Kyle was mad at Burton and Gilliland. I can't imagine what he's like with Lassard. Oh, yeah. Well, Lassard's actually picked it up the last couple weeks. I'll be interested to see if he can keep that going. A lot of screen tearing happening as those trees go over the engine. Watch it, what the headlight does when a tree branch goes over it. Sarge's probably already done with KBM. You're probably right. I'll be interested to see where he goes, because I don't see him being in the 4 next year. I would be very surprised to see him back in the 4 truck next year. So I will be interested to see where he actually goes next year. Are we following something? Oh, that's right. We did have something pass us earlier, didn't we? Oh, there's a westbound coming. What are we following? Why do we have an approach? That eastbound is long gone. He's down there east of Hindman. Why do I have an approach? Oh, now I have a clear. Why did I have an approach? And where is Viaduct Junction? Why are we still 12 miles from it? Oh, Viaduct Junction is what they're calling Beale Street, where the mountain sub comes in. Okay. Where are we at? Okay, we're actually good on speed. I see Nice as more of a possibility than Thorsport. Thorsport, oddly enough, seems more in the business of keeping their drivers for full careers rather than developing Ford talent. Because think about who they have right now and how long every one of them has been there. Matt Crafton has been there pretty much his whole career. Enfinger has been there his whole career at this point. He's been in trucks, what, 5 or 6 years now? Johnny Sauter's been on and off in their trucks, and he's probably going to retire from there. And Ben Rhodes looks set for a career in trucks at the best, probably with ThorSport. So, if he ends up in a Ford, I see it being more likely a DGR Crosley Ford. Or Front Row Ford. Maybe he goes and becomes teammates with Gilliland. That would be funny. Front Row just becomes the dumping place for KBM rejects. It's been a year since Moffitt won a race. It probably has been that long, hasn't it? KBM will probably move Eckes to the 4, Gibbs to the 18, Chandler to the 46. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, 2-hour scenario, my ass. We've still got like another hour left in this. And we've already been going almost 2 hours now. I mean, we did waste a lot of time trying to get moving again from that bullshit stop at Sandpatch. So that's probably where we lost a lot of that time. Rotational drivers in the 51, yeah. I don't know, that's what we were just trying to figure out, Diecast. My guess would be either Nice or Front Row. What if Nice took Natalie full-time and put her in the 45? I know we would like to see her in the 16, but realistically, if she has that option, she's probably going to stay with Nice and just go full-time. Majeski's been disappointing, honestly. Back to ARCA or back to Super Lates. He'll go to the e-Coca-Cola series since he's so good in iRacing. Okay. Well, hello there, Mr. Grain Train. Oh, nope, that's a manifest. Yeah, I think that's probably the most likely place she ends up. I agree. I would really like to see her in the 16 next year, but if Nice gives her the option of going full-time, she probably does it. She probably just stays there. I've been actually very disappointed by Ty Majeski. As sensational as he was last year at ARCA, I really felt like he needed this second chance and he could actually do something, but really he's not done anything. Now, that being said, none of their trucks have been that great this year, outside of Chastain when he's in there. And Chastain's really, most of the time, not even been race win contending like he was last year. Are we really going to grind to a halt? If it gets down to 12, I'll start knocking off the dynamics. We're not wheel slipping anymore. It's probably because we backed off of the dynamics. Chastain's been like in 7th, 13th range. Yeah, exactly. I think Nice has taken a step back this year. I don't think they were truly championship contending last year. I think that was just the Chastain effect. You put anybody else in that truck, they might have made the playoffs, but wouldn't have contended for a championship like he did or won near as many races as he did. This year, they seem to have taken a step back from that, though. And I don't know. Maybe they bit off more than they could chew because they're running 3 to 4 trucks almost every week. I don't know that they've got the... I don't know that they're well prepared for that. Well, at least we're not wheel slipping anymore. What is it with E-Step and Fall Guys streams now? Oh, now the bell comes on. Jimmy comes out of retirement to drive the 51. Nice. That would be interesting. I mean, he said he's pretty much open to anything next year. He's not run very many truck races. Jimmy in a Tundra. That would be interesting. Need random retired veterans to drive 51 like Biffle, yeah. Biffle, Edwards, Stewart, Gordon, Johnson, David Reagan, Mark Martin, Jeff Burton, Dale Jr. You can just run one different veteran in every race all year. Oh, well, we're back into wheel slip mode. Oh, Bill Elliott, that would be great. I mean, he did run that Xfinity race for GMS. Was that last year or 2018? I feel like that was 2018. Yeah, 2018. I knew it was Road America. I couldn't remember what year it was. He didn't do very well, did he? I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure he was very much a non-factor in that race. Yeah, 19th. That's kind of what I was figuring. Yeah, we're speeding a little. Brendan gone? Oh, yeah. Mike Skinner, Jack Sprague, Ron Hornaday. We're speeding a little bit. We'll be okay. We are literally full dynamics, full service, and we're still now 6 over the limit and not dropping very quickly. Ted Musgrave. That would be interesting. Yeah, just bring out a bunch of Truck Series veterans. That's all you need. B251 CSXT 2809. Easton 2 clear. 194.8 out. Oh, there you go, Jamie Mack. Todd Bodine. Random retired veterans who should drive the 51. Casey Kane. Joe Ruttman. There's a name you haven't heard in a while. we're almost to Hindman. We've pretty much got the worst part of this out of the way. And it's smooth sailing once we get around the corner at Hindman. Thank God. Oh, you saw the RFMS shop tour? That's been a while ago now. Jason Keller, Kenny Wallace. Yeah, the RFMS shop tour all of a sudden has been gaining popularity lately, and it's just kind of been out of nowhere. I don't know if it's because RFMS shut down, so people are like searching for it now. I don't know what the deal with that is. In a mile, we get to go up to 50. Whoop whoop! Meow, meow, meow. Grip it and rip it, baby. Garth Allen should drive the 51 truck. Yeah, that would be interesting. If you saw me drive an iRacing, you would probably reconsider that decision. Blake Vease, Boston Reed. Kyle Fires, yeah. We're about to hit 50. We can finally burn this bitch down. Colin Brown. Yeah, stick him in on the road courses. Strategic placement of these drivers. Eric Darnell. Oh my God, that's a name I haven't heard in forever. Todd Cleaver. Who else drove for them back then? There was somebody junior that drove for Roush in the trucks back then. I don't remember. I keep thinking Cal Naughton Jr., and that's definitely not right. But there was somebody with a junior in his name that was driving for Roush in the trucks back then, too. Norm Benning. $50, grip it and rip it, let's go! Wait, no, hang on. The rear has to pass the 50 first. I got a little ahead of myself here. We're not quite into the 50 zone yet. Now we're just speeding. The rear's almost to the 50. Ricky Bobby. Nah, it wasn't Michelle Jourdain. Hang on, we're going to racing reference this whenever I could send this up to 50. Right here. I don't think it was Tim George Jr. That doesn't sound right. Hang on. Racing reference this. I swear there was somebody that drove for Roush in the trucks back then. Who am I thinking of? Oh, Rick Crawford, Chad Chaffin. Look at some of these names. Frank Kimmel driving a Bob Keselowski truck. What? You know, we're still going downhill. I really don't know why I throttled that out so much. Oh, I didn't know I could do this. That helps tremendously. If you click on the owner's name in different results pages, Danny O'Quinn Jr., that's who it was. If you click on the owner's name, it gives you a list of every driver that's driven for them in every series. Kurt and Kyle both drove for Roush at one point in the truck series, apparently. Kyle ran 6 races in a Roush truck in 2001. That is news to me. Augie Vidovich. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. John West Townley drove a Roush truck in 7 races in 2008. You know, we can stop going downhill anytime now. That would be fantastic. I don't want to ride the dynamics all the way to Cumberland. Yeah, Travis Quapple. Oh, look at the sunset. We need Drew Dollar in a KBM truck as soon as possible. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Free falling. That's basically what we're doing right now. We're just free falling down the mountain in a controlled way. Does everyone hate Drew Dollar? Because he wrecked Haley Deegan in Kentucky. I don't hate him. I just think he's been underwhelming. He's been extremely underwhelming is the nice way to put it. That's a car that should be competing for the championship, and he's nowhere close. He's not anywhere close to contending for wins, ever. Unless he backs into one at Talladega on accident. And that was only because Repco let him win. Repco, everybody forgets, Repco should have won that race. He had the run and didn't take it. Yeah, he's fourth in points out of 5 full-time drivers. The only person he's doing better than is Thad Moffitt, which, let's be real, he's no Richard Petty. Self tried to block Herbst and wrecked himself. That was an amazing save by Self, though. It was. Cost him what should have been his win. call me an idiot, but I think Dollar will win Gateway. He finished 6th last year for DGR Crosley. No. I don't see it. I don't see it. You might prove me wrong, but I haven't seen anything out of Drew Dollar yet that has told me he is ready to win anything that he doesn't accidentally back into, like Talladega. Claire Ellerslie. 2-track east. B251 CSX 2809 out. There's Ty Gibbs, Sam Mayer, Chandler Smith to deal with. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be one of those three that wins this week. Unless something weird happens. Natalie has the same to even better stats than Dollar. Yeah, she does. Was that you that figured out what her average finish was compared to his? Or something like that. You figured out some stat. I think it was you. And figured out that she was actually slightly better than him, I think. If I remember correctly. .7 miles to a 35. See if the dynamics can get us down to that. We're on level track now, so yeah, it might. We didn't try it quick enough. Go. Now we're back downhill 0.8%. It was 2018. Nelly had 4 top 5s, 12 top 10s. Dollar only has 2 top 5s and 7 top 10s in 12 races. Yeah, I don't think he's going to quite get to her numbers. And let's be real, 2018, ARCA was more competitive than it is currently in 2020. There were more competitive cars that year, and for her to have better stats says that she's a lot better than him. Well, both of Dollar's top 5s are Daytona and Talladega, which isn't that great, especially in this year's... Well, and that's the thing. He's in a Venturini car. That's like a DEI car at Daytona and Talladega. If you're not running top 5 there, you might as well be in a Rick Ware racing car. Because if you can't run top 5 in a Venturini car at Daytona and Talladega right now, what are you doing? Exactly. And let's be real, that's all he's doing at this point is filling up a seat. I would have liked to have seen what Deegan could have done in that car this year if she'd have stayed with Toyota. Because I really think that's where she would have ended up this year if she were still with Toyota. Somebody commented on one of my videos the other day and asked, what's up with the media blackout on Deegan? Has anybody else noticed a media blackout on her? I haven't noticed any media trying to actively avoid her right now. The only thing I can figure is just nobody's talking about her because she's not done anything this year in the subpar DGR Crosley equipment, and people are taking that, the fanboys are taking that as the media is just ignoring her, when in reality she's just not doing anything this year. Yeah, I didn't think so. I figured it wasn't just me. I haven't noticed anything. I can't wait till they have rail driver support in this game. That's going to be awesome. Twitter, I searched up Haley Deegan, and all I see are people doing their top 3 favorite drivers from every series. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody's really talked about her that much lately, but again, she's not done a whole lot this year. Again, I think that's mostly because the DGR Crosley equipment is kind of holding her back, but that doesn't change the fact she hasn't really done anything, so there's not anything to talk about. Natalie almost won Daytona 2018 with Venturini. She finished 3rd in that race. Yeah, that's true. People forget about that. And she started on the pole. And I think she was fastest in preseason testing at Daytona 2 that year. 6/10 of a mile, then I gotta start doing something. Oh, hey, Approach. Is this Viaduct Junction? Is this what's supposed to be called Viaduct Junction? Approach, CP, something or other. East on 2, B251, CSX 2809 out. And that 15 team, the same team Eckes won the title with. No. The team that Eckes won the title with is now at the 25 with Self. I do believe... Let me double check this. I don't want to... I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe... who is... Oh, he's got Shannon Rush. Okay, so they swapped teams. The team that was the 25 last year is now the 15, and the team that was the 15 last year is now the 25. Come on, set on him. Set on him, you heavy son of a bitch. Come on. That's going to be just about perfect. Give me a little more. Full service. We overshot it just a tad. We're good, though. We're good. Okay.
Cumberland Tower. This is B251 requesting entry to Cumberland. Over.
That was quick.
B251, subject to signal indications, proceed into Cumberland Terminal. Over.
Cumberland Tower. B251 proceeding into Cumberland. Out.
Yeah, Kevin Reed is now Self's crew chief, and Shannon Rush is now Dollar's crew chief. So they just swapped the teams. Deegan could have won some races in that 15 car. Yeah, I think she could have. The car shouldn't be running as slow as it is. No, not at all. People don't realize this, but Shannon Rush was the crew chief that got Riley Herbst his first win. So if Shannon Rush can't get Drew Dollar a legit win outside of Talladega, well, there's some issues. There's some real issues. What did you say, Diecast, that you've got all the JKs and you retracted it? What did you say? The horn is broken. I broke the horn. Is it broken outside? I broke the horn! We have no more horn. Where are we going? Okay, we're lined into that track. Okay. Where are we going after that? I guess we'll find out at that point. Oh. Repco full-time in the 15 and see what he can do. I don't know. Repco's not done all that much in his races either. Outside of Self, honestly, I think Venturini just needs to clean house at this point. Keep Self and just pull in some whole new Toyota talent, because what they got right now ain't working. Outside of Self and Chandler Smith, and let's be real, Chandler's probably moving up to trucks next year, so they don't have him as an option for a full season next year. Do you think Ankrum is a good driver? I think the jury is still out on Ankrum. I don't think he's bad, but I don't know that he's necessarily a top-level talent. I forgot the horn doesn't work now. Yeah, well, did Toyota say no, or did she say no? I'm not 100% sure what exactly happened there. Who left who? Akram's okay. I was impressed by his win at Kentucky 2019. Same. Location, Cumberland Terminal. Which location is that? Alright, that one's lined for me. That one's lined straight through. That is what I need. All the switches are good for me. Oh, okay. He's in the next track over. I thought they were going to run me into this train right here. Wouldn't surprise me the way this scenario's going. Alright, see you, Diecast. Thanks for hanging out. I think after that, people overhype DGR Crossley equipment. It's not that great. It never has been that great in trucks. I think Ankrum made it look a little better last year than it actually was. It's never been good in trucks. ARCA and K&N, it was pretty good up until now, and I think they might have taken a step back at this point. Although Taylor Gray has been pretty solid in their stuff lately. Why are we going uphill but still gaining speed? How does that work? It's a long, slow process. We're not even actually to the yard yet. Cumberland Terminal is a very long, slow ride. Oh, welcome back, Landon. As I said, the Cup Series car is the easiest to drive. Yeah, it should be the other way around. It should be the hardest to drive. Am I the only one that thinks it's good that the trucks drive so much different than everything else in NASCAR? To me, I feel like that makes anybody that spends time in the truck's a more rounded driver. A more well-rounded driver, I guess. It shows how well-rounded you are. It shows that you can adapt to different styles of vehicles. Exactly. Oh. Okay. Alright, yeah, we're good on the switches. Trucks are the hardest to drive, especially in traffic. Yep. Big blade with big motor, but a lack of side force. Yep. Stop at location Emmett's Creek. Is that just the end of this track? Yes, it is. Not really sure where the name Emmett's Creek comes from, but we gonna go there. Horn still doesn't work. You actually have to lift and wheel the truck around. Yeah, exactly. Now, that being the case, I feel like NASCAR Heat does not do the trucks justice, because I can pretty well flat foot just about any track in NASCAR Heat in a truck, and they're really not that hard to drive. So I don't think NASCAR Heat really did the trucks justice, but are we really surprised by that? Watch party is going to be 6 p.m. Eastern, Saturday for Gateway. Hey, look, here's our crossover for the episode. CSX? CSX! You have to lift at tracks like Chicago, Kansas, Homestead, especially with the arrow of the trucks. Yeah, it's true. Plus, you can actually run behind someone without the car in front having a great advantage. Yeah. It would be nice if that applied to every other series. What do you think about the cup cars in the game? I haven't driven the cup cars too much yet. I haven't done much outside of doing the career. Well, I mean, I did do those championship season races. They're not bad. I feel like they could do them better. They're not bad. I miss the Gen 4 era of racing. Yes, same, 100%. Not many races were boring. No, they were not. Trying to cheat the system here. I'm going off of memory. And I do believe to get a gold on this, I need 9,000 AP to finish the scenario. Currently at 8,460. We're going to get 500 for stopping in the right place down here. That means I need 40 for driving under the speed limit between here and there. It just has to actually pop up and give me those points. So I'm trying to go as slow as possible, hoping that those pop up before I get there. But they don't seem to be popping up. 5.5 tracks were actually worth watching. Yeah, they really were. Not reading my last comment. What do I think about the cup cars? Yeah, I said what I thought about them. I said they were okay. I think they could be improved upon. They're not perfect, but, I mean, they're not bad. Well, it gave me the 30 for... I just need it one more time here. That'll put us at 9,000 when we stop. And I'm hoping I'm remembering correctly. I'm pretty sure it was 9,000 for a gold in this. Come on, give me those points before I get there. Come on. There it is. There it is. Okay, now it should be 500 for stopping in the right place here. I think. Pretty sure that's how it works. I'm pretty sure it's 500 for every objective. People forget that in the mid-2000s, mile-and-a-half tracks were some of the best. They were. That's why they were building nothing but mile-and-a-halves. And then they ruined it with the Gen 6 cars. Or, well, it started with the COT, and then the Gen 6 cars made it worse. Especially, oh, Atlanta back in the day was so good. I still remember watching the 2001 Atlanta race and just loving what I saw. And not even the finish. Like, we're talking the racing leading up to it. Like, everything after Dave Blaney had his issues and opened the race up, everything after that point was just amazing. You had those 5 cars under a blanket for a while. It was so good. Atlanta, for the longest time, was my favorite track. Boom. 500, baby. So that switch off any active lights. Reverser to neutral. And automatic. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to get points for all of this, too. I didn't even need to do that. Wait a minute.
Good job. That's us done for the day.
Walk over to the control tower. Okay. Oh, you get. I gotta walk all the way over there? What the hell? What is this? A storage line of SD40s? What the hell is this? 2004 Fall Atlanta was the first race I watched. That was an awesome race. Don't forget about the 05 Atlanta finish, Carl and Jimmy. Oh, I remember 05. That one was good too. What was 04 Fall Atlanta? Which one was that? Sounds like I'm running in high heels down this road. Clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. Why would you have me go all the way down here? Why? Why am I going to the hump tower? Why is this where I'm clocking out at? Who designed this scenario? I really want to slap them in the face. Okay. We gotta wait on it to unfreeze now. I think we should be good with a gold. I think. Jimmy passed Martin with 3 to go to win 1 week at... Oh, that one. Yep. Okay. Give me the gold. Give me the gold, baby. Yeah. Gold. Let's go. Yoder, just beyond Salisbury Junction. Okay. Alright, we're good there. Okay. So, the next scenario, we're gonna skip that. I mean, we're not doing it tonight, but just as a preview for the next one. We've been going for 3 hours. That was supposed to be a 2-hour scenario. We've been going for 3 hours. The next one, I think it was called Ice and Snow, so it actually might be a decent one. Junior wrecked himself going for the lead late. Let's see. So the next one for next week's Train Sim Tuesday will be Ice and Snow. Having settled into the operations over Sand Patch, you're now getting regularly rostered out on the road. Today you're assigned to the crew of a manifest train passing through. See, I don't... What's the point? Why don't you just... Why is that not a timetable scenario? Both of these. What is the point? And then you got the coal loading ones, which this one's still broken. And this one's just taking the train back to Cumberland. So I don't know what we're going to do in the next one. We may even end up on the Peninsula Corridor. But, yeah, like I said, that's going to do it for tonight. So, thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. And, we will see you tomorrow on RNN for NASCAR Heat 5. Back on here on Thursday, 8 o'clock for SpongeBob. Remember, 6 o'clock tomorrow on RNN. Back here at 8 o'clock on Thursday for SpongeBob. So, thanks for hanging out, guys, and we will see you tomorrow on RNN.